You're at your kitchen table at 9 p.m., laptop warm, coffee gone cold, watching a jagged price chart for the same flight over and over. The browser tab shows 3 different fares for the same dates, and a pop-up asks if you want to lock this price with a $20 fee. Your heart tugs. Book now or wait and hope for a better deal? The low hum of your router and the blue light from the screen make the choice.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right.
Feel urgent and expensive. Start here. Understand what you can control before you ever click Purchase. First, gather the facts. Which airport pairs are flexible, what travel dates are fixed, and whether you need checked baggage or a specific seat. If your dates are flexible by a few days, open a fare calendar, most airlines and Google Flights offer one, and scan the whole month. If you must travel on exact dates, set price alerts from 2 services, Google Flights and an OTA alert or Hopper, and give each alert a 24-48-hour window to confirm a trend before you buy. Check your home setup. Clear cookies or use an incognito window if a price jumps mysteriously, but don't expect magic. Price changes usually reflect demand patterns, not just tracking.
Sign into your loyalty account before comparing fares. Some airlines show member-only fares once you're logged in. Keep a note of refundable versus basic economy restrictions before you buy. A cheap ticket that bans carry-on or charges $40 for the first bag can become more expensive than a slightly higher flexible fare. Why do fares behave this way? Think of airline pricing like the checkout aisle at a grocery store on a holiday weekend. The store has a finite number of turkeys, customers with different needs and budgets, and a manager changing prices as inventory moves. Airlines change seat prices the same way. They use automated systems that watch how many seats are left, how fast they're selling, and what competitors charge. If the plane fills quickly, prices climb. If bookings slow, they drop. That's not a conspiracy so much as supply and demand automation. Concrete numbers. For domestic U.S. economy flights, booking within the sweet spot can save you roughly $50, $200 compared with last-minute fares. For popular summer or holiday routes, the difference can be $300, $600. International economy fares often have a wider swing. Book smart, and you might save $200, $800 versus the high-season rush. Worst case? Waiting to chase a rumor about a sale could leave you paying an extra $400 for a last-minute seat, or losing the only refundable option and paying change fees of $150, $400 to rebook. So the financial risk is real if your travel is non-negotiable. A practical rule of thumb by trip type. For short domestic trips, under 3 hours, aim to book 3.8 weeks ahead. For long domestic or near international, Mexico, Caribbean, try 6 to 12 weeks. For transatlantic or long-haul international, start watching fares 3 to 8 months ahead and lock a fare when a clear low appears. These windows aren't magic. They reflect booking patterns and airline inventory management. Now the cheapest, safest approach I use. 1. Set flexible date searches and use month view to spot the cheapest week. 2. Create price alerts on 2 platforms, Google Flights plus an OTA. 3. Check the airline's own site after you find a low fare. Sometimes the airline matches or beats OTA prices, and booking direct means easier changes. 4. Compare total trip cost, not headline fare. Add baggage, seat selection, and potential change fees. 5. If you need certainty, pay a little more for a refundable or change-friendly fare. It often saves money if plans shift. Practical booking sequence to reduce risk. Use Google Flights to scan and set a baseline price. Use the date grid to mark the cheapest 3 dates. Set alerts and watch 48-72 hours. When a true low appears, check the airline site and one trusted OTA. Compare total price and the conditions. If the airline offers free or low-cost changes, prefer it. If the airline's price is the same, but the OTA offers a small discount, weigh the risk. OTA support can be slower for schedule changes. For $20, $50 savings, it's usually not worth the headache if your schedule is tight. A common myth I want to bust. There is no universal best day of the week to buy that will always save you money. Patterns exist, but airline pricing is dynamic and changes with search demand and competitor moves. Don't rely on folklore. Instead, focus on tools, alerts, flexible dates, and a quick airline versus OTA check. Many useful links can be found in the description. Be aware of a few specific traps and how to avoid them. Hidden fee number 1. Basic economy fares that exclude a carry-on. An airline marketing a $49 fare may charge $35, $65 each way for the first checked bag, or $30 for a carry-on at the gate on some carriers. If you fly with a carry-on, that cheap fare can add $60, $130 to your round trip. Hidden fee number 2. Service or booking fees from some OTAs that appear late in checkout. Always inspect the final total before you hit purchase. Hidden fee number 3. Third-party change fees. If you booked through an OTA and need to change, the OTA may charge $50, $100 on top of the airline fee to reissue the ticket. If you might change plans, book direct. There's also a misleading airline claim to watch for. Price drop guarantees that sound great, but are limited by narrow windows and fine print, or require a non-refundable ticket that still postpones your rights. Some booking sites show a scraped airline fare and then add a mandatory service fee at checkout. Refuse it by switching to the airline's own site or another OTA with transparent pricing. How to refuse upsells at checkout. Don't click the default boxes. Pop-ups for seat selection, priority boarding, or travel insurance are designed to be accepted. Use keyboard or mouse awareness, uncheck extras, close layered modals, and when a site tries to sell a fare lock for a small fee, calculate the real benefit. A $20 lock is worth it only if you truly need time to confirm travel plans and the ticket is likely to sell out. Otherwise, ignore it. On booking site choice. OTAs, online travel agencies, can be great for price discovery and sometimes cheaper. But if you need to rely on customer service, baggage resolution, or refunds, booking direct with the airline often gives you faster, clearer recourse. Use OTAs for discovery, then check the airline. If the OTA fare is significantly cheaper, weigh the savings against potential late support headaches. A few quick, actionable hacks that actually work. Use flexible airport pairs if possible. One nearby airport can be much cheaper. Fly midweek or shoulder season when fares dip. Search for one-way combinations across different airlines to find lower round-trip totals. And use a travel rewards credit card to cover baggage or upgrades. Also, if you have date flexibility, consider flying into a nearby city and taking a short train or bus. That can save hundreds on international routes. Finally, when you're ready to buy, read the fare rules before you enter payment details. Check change and cancellation fees, baggage allowances, and whether seat selection is charged. If you see any ambiguous language or a clause that looks like a compulsory third-party fee, take a screenshot and move on to the airline site. If this guide saved you time or money, please subscribe and like. I post practical travel tips like this every week. Safe travels.